What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from sneakerfiles.com, recapping the news, and before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, for this video, we're going to talk about those Off-White Air Jordan 1 High OG Canary Yellow rumors. I know some people have been asking about it, and I'm going to go over that later on in the video. As well, we got a good amount of new release dates from Jordan Brand, as well as some other Jordan Brand news. Also in this video is a strong lineup from Nike and one thing from Reebok. And now, let's jump into the news. On August 16th, the film Alien: Romulus will debut, but after the film hits theaters, Reebok will release a special pair of shoes for the movie known as the Reebok BB 4002 Mid. The shoes are officially known as the Alien Romulus, and as you could see, the overall color blocking resembles that of the Alien Stomper. That is a classic shoe which was featured in the 1986 film Aliens. Now, one thing a lot of people are going to dislike about the shoes is that they come dirty, just like you see here. There's a ton of scuff marks and things like that. Now, I would much prefer if they didn't come like this, but I've always wanted the Alien Stompers. I never was able to get them, so more than likely I will be going after these. I might hit up Reebok to see if they'll send a pair so I can do a short little video for the channel to show them off and give you guys a closer look. But for those that are interested in buying, this pair drops on August 27th, and the retail price will be $170. Moving on to Nike, and we have a new Nike Air Trainer SC High known as Raiders Away. Now, they won't feature any Raiders branding on the shoes, but the color scheme matches that of the Raiders Away uniform, connecting to Bo Jackson. So for those that don't know, Bo Jackson played for the Raiders back in the day. He wore these shoes as well, not this specific colorway, but this pair features a light smoke gray, white, and black color scheme. You know, overall, I like the Raiders pair a lot more, but these are clean also. I'm kind of hoping that the OG pair drops. But for those that are interested in this one, they drop fall 2024, which means a release should be taking place soon, and the retail price will be $135. Nike Sportswear is going to release a new City series, which will include various pairs of the Nike Air Max 95, and in 2024, one of the pairs dropping will represent Toronto. So we have official images of that pair, and it's being said that specifically this pair is for the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, I don't know how true that is just yet, but this pair features a white, blue jay, black, and university red color combination. Now, the shade blue jay is a shade that's commonly used by Nike, so I hope that's not the reason why people are saying that these are inspired by the Toronto Blue Jays. But what's interesting about this pair is that the tongues, the Air Max branding, those are on removable patches, so you can remove those, and once you do so, on the right tongue it reads East End, and then on the left tongue it reads West End, and that's a nod to Toronto's neighborhoods. Other than that, they will feature 3M reflective detailing. It has this purple to blue gradient, as well as red accents. So for this pair, we don't have a specific release date, but fall 2024 is when they're expected to drop, so sometime soon, and the retail price will be $185. We now have official images of the Nike Air Max 186 Powerwall BRS. So in 2006, Nike Sportswear released the Powerwall series, which consisted of various Air Max models. Some were more limited than the others, and the whole theme pays tribute to Nike's roots of Blue Ribbon Sports. So we have the Nike Air Max 1 Powerwall returning. However, what's different this time around is that it'll feature a larger air unit. So it's not 100% on point to the OG, but some people like the larger air unit. So if you do, that's definitely a plus. And this pair features a classic green, olive gray, bronzine, and ember glow color scheme. Again, this pair will also debut in fall. A lot of pairs are coming soon, and the retail price will be $170. We have a look at another Travis Scott Nike Zoom Filled Jacks colorway set to debut later this year. This is known as light chocolate. So the official colorway on this pair is white and light chocolate, and I swear I've seen images of these before. or maybe it was a sample. I'm not entirely sure. But there's got to be more to the colorway than just white and light chocolate, because when I envision light chocolate, there's like this darker shade of brown on the midsole and the swoosh, as well as the liner. That doesn't really look like light chocolate. Maybe the mesh and the strip that wraps the entire shoe, that could be light chocolate, but that almost looks like a coconut milk or even a cell. No, more like a coconut milk. They'll also feature all the signature Cactus Jack branding. And overall, these are decent. I like the model, but this colorway, not really feeling it too much. Maybe some of you guys are. If you are, let me know down in the comment section below. But for this pair, they're expected to debut holiday 2024, and the retail price will be $170. So we have a potential release date for the Verdi Nike SB Dunk Low Visti. Now, originally they were supposed to debut in June, possibly in early July. And from what I heard, Nike Skateboarding decided to delay the release because they have a lot of Olympic shoes releasing. Well, a handful have already dropped. We still have the Alexis Sablone Nike SB Dunk Low dropping at the end of this month. So they decided to delay this pair not to interfere with all the other releases. And that might be a good thing for the brand. I'm not sure how those Safari Olympics are moving. I've been seeing them pop up pretty much everywhere. I don't know if they sold out. I eventually want to grab a pair, so hopefully they're not sold out everywhere yet. But for this shoe, they're currently scheduled to debut on September 19th. Again, it's possible that it could get delayed or even pushed forward, which I kind of doubt. And the retail price in men's sizing is $135. Preschool will cost $90, and toddler sizes will cost $75. This is a pair that I've been meaning to speak about for some time, but honestly, and I'll be 100% honest, I kept forgetting to talk about it. I wrote it down in my notes. For some reason, I would always skip over it, or I would say, oh, I'm going to talk about it in the next video because we have so much to talk about in this video. And the information recently got out about the specifics on the release date, but what I was going to do was just confirm about the release in a video, but I did it first on the website and so forth. But yes, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Protro What The will be returning in 2025. So the return will celebrate the 10th anniversary of the shoes, which dropped back in 2015. At one point in time, the What The series was very popular. Whenever a signature model was done and the brand was ready to move on to the next one, they would release one final pair that combines elements from previous drops. So in this case, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite, the shoes will feature designs and colors that represent all of the previous Nike Kobe 9 releases. It seems that Nike Basketball has kind of steered away from doing that, which I'm not going to lie, I kind of miss. I thought it was pretty cool. Some of the designs were really nice, especially with the Kobe line. The LeBron line also had some really solid pairs. And for 2025, this pair will feature a white, reflective silver, chlorine blue, and black color combination. Now, the shoes are expected to look just like the original release. They come constructed with Flyknit on the upper. This pair features vibrant shades of green, orange, and blue. And it comes with mismatched swooshes. So the base of the swoosh will be in silver, but it's outlined in either a shade of Volt or orange. Overall, these are dope, but there's one thing that's probably going to keep me from buying them, and that is the retail price. But before I get to that, I want to say the potential release date, and that is April 13th. Now, they are expected to release in April. There's a possibility it'll take place on April 13th, but it's not 100% confirmed. Now, the retail price, which again will be keeping me from buying them, is $300. Yeah, I was having a hard time wanting to buy the Air Jordan 17 Low at $300, and that came with a briefcase. I'm not sure what these are going to come with, probably just a standard box. So that alone, sadly, I will be passing, but it's a dope shoe nonetheless. Let me know if you plan on picking them up or passing. Official images just popped up of the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Mocha. Now, when images first leaked, or when I initially talked about the shoes, there seemed to be a bit of hype for them. Anytime a Mocha shoe drops, it seems like there is some hype, and that's all connected to Travis Scott. Although looking past that, the color blocking is nice, regardless of the ties that it has. So I do get why people like them, and it's a perfect fall shoe. So with these official images, we just have a better look, probably our best look yet. And at the time of recording, these are scheduled to debut on September 21st. Initially, they were supposed to debut in August, but they've been delayed. And the retail price will be $140. Several pairs of Travis Scott shoes have been delayed. And the first one I'm going to go over is the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack TR Bright Cactus. Now, I do believe I featured these in a previous video, and this pair features a muslin, black, and bright cactus color combination. Initially, this pair was supposed to debut during the holiday 2024 season, but for those that want to purchase, unfortunately, they've been delayed. So now they're going to debut summer 2025, which means a release will take place between April and June. These will also drop in full family sizing, so the retail price in men's is $200, preschool will cost $90, and toddler sizes will cost $75. Another pair that we have a release date change for is the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack TR Dark Mocha. Now, the release date change for this pair isn't as bad as the Bright Cactus pair. In this pair, it seems that a good amount of people are looking forward to the release. They like the color blocking, and unfortunately, those who want to buy, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer. So, initially, this pair was supposed to debut on October 4th, but now the new release date is November 13th. So just over a month, and the retail price will be $200. Okay, so the last pair of Travis Scott shoes that have been delayed is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Medium Olive. Now, the new release date isn't as bad as the other two. This pair was initially supposed to drop on September 9th. However, the new release date is September 28th. This pair features a medium olive, black, cell, and muslin color combination, and I really wish that they kept the black olive pair instead of scrapping those and then pushing these forward, because initially these were supposed to debut in 2025. And for some reason, Jordan Brand decided to scrap the black olive pair and then push these forward. They're not bad. I know a lot of people do like them, and I'm sure they're going to sell out. The thing I just don't like about these type of collabs is the white that's used on the overlays. I feel like they would look better if they were reversed or there was a darker shade on the overlays. Again, that's just my opinion. Although they don't look half bad with the pink laces in. But like I mentioned, September 28th is the new release date, and the retail price will be $150. Alright, so this is kind of crazy. I know a lot of you are going to be happy, but I don't have all of the details, but it looks like the Air Jordan 5 Black Cat might be back on to release. Now, just to run it back, months ago, Z and I, we did a mock-up of the Air Jordan 5 Black Cat. Now, the mock-up isn't accurate. I wasn't able to see the shoes, and we did the blocking on the shoes and nicknamed them Black Cat due to the colorway, which is anthracite black and off noir. Now, months later, it was announced, at least behind the scenes, that these were scrapped along with a lot of other shoes. So just to clarify, these other shoes that have been scrapped is the Black and Fire Red Air Jordan 6, the Air Jordan 1 High OG Medium Olive, the Brown Cement Air Jordan 3, the Air Jordan 13 Chutney, and the Air Jordan 1 Low 85 Mocha. So on that list is the Black Cat Air Jordan 5. Now, it looks like some things are switching up, because for sure, the Medium Olive Air Jordan 1 is still canceled, the Brown Cement Air Jordan 3, and the Black and Fire Red Air Jordan 6. Now, there might be a slight chance for the Chutney Air Jordan 13 and the Air Jordan 1 Low 85 Mocha, although I don't have additional details at this moment. But getting back to the Black Cat, instead of being canceled, it changed to be determined, which I thought was interesting. I've already checked with several retailers, and they are not seeing it on their release calendars for holiday 2024. I have one more person that I'm waiting on a reply from. So what I'm going to do is either I'm going to put a title on the screen to see what they say, or maybe I'll just go ahead and re-edit this video to add in what they've told me. Now, this information alone, changing to canceled to be determined, I guess that alone would be somewhat newsworthy, but I would still hold off on talking about him if I didn't hear this next piece of news. And although this isn't 100% confirmed, I'm hearing it from reliable sources, is that the Air Jordan 5 Black Hat is starting to hit production. So obviously, if that is true, the changing from canceled to be determined and now them being produced is a great thing. But the thing is that they're not on holiday 2024 release calendars for some retailers. That could change, but that also could mean that they could be dropping in 2025. Now, 2025 is like stacked with a crazy amount of stuff. Some of this stuff hasn't even leaked yet that I'm just hearing about for later on in the year. So I'm kind of hoping that if these do wind up releasing, that it takes place in 2024. So I could save my money for 2025. Now, initially, the release date for this pair was December 7th. That isn't 100% confirmed. I mean, at this point, it's still not 100% confirmed that these are still releasing. But I want to get this out there just due to the fact of there's a strong possibility that they are dropping. And I've been saying for a while that they've been scrapped. And that was the deal for quite some time. But it looks like things might change. Also, that date probably won't be the same even if it drops in 2024, since the Air Jordan 5 in white and black will now debut on December 7th, at least in the States. Now, I kind of wonder if these are going to be like the mock-up, because if they are, then I have to say that Jordan Brand saw the amount of people excited about the shoes and wanting them and decided to drop them, because what I was told from my sources after I put the mock-up out, that they won't look like this. They'll look like something different. I don't know how they're going to look. He wasn't able to describe it to me. I'm not sure why. And sadly, wasn't able to provide me a pic. So if they wind up looking like the mock-up, then in my opinion, and what I think is Jordan Brand saw the amount of people wanting them and just decided, hey, we should drop them. One more thing, if they do drop, they are expected to debut in full family sizing. So the retail price in men's is $210, grade school is $160, preschool is $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. I'll probably be talking about these again in the next video, so like always, be on the lookout for that. So another small update on the undefeated Air Jordan 4. I apologize, I know I'm talking about them a lot, and I feel like I'm those YouTubers who just want to gain off the hype and the popularity of just one shoe and just keep dropping videos after videos, and that isn't the case, I promise you. But there is some legitimate updates, something that leaked that I heard about and I thought was going to wait to get out, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Now, we know about the retail price, which is $225. I also talked about the release date in my last video, which is June 28th. However, from Nike, they're listing 2 style codes. Now, I know most of you guys don't care about style codes, and I get it. It's just a string of letters and numbers in most cases. But the style code is unique to each shoe. Now, the fact that this has 2 different style codes for the same shoe indicates that we're potentially getting 2 releases. Now, I wanted to wait until this was 100% confirmed, but I'm going to briefly talk about the potentials of this shoe. So, initially, when they dropped, they had a Jumpman. Now, there's a possibility that they could return with Nike Air. Again, I wanted to wait until this was 100% confirmed to talk about it, but since both style codes have gone out, I'm going to talk about it now. Now, the Nike Air part isn't 100% confirmed at the time I'm talking about it, and the reason why it's believed that they could have Nike Air is due to the actual style code that's used. Typically, it is associated with shoes that have Nike Air on the heels, if that makes sense. Now, the slight variation in the style code is simply due to something being different on the shoes or being part of the shoes. So it also could mean that one could come with special packaging and the other will come with just regular packaging. Now, when the initial drop happened on the undefeated Air Jordan 4, they came with this in-case type package. You could unzip it. It was pretty dope. Do I think this is going to happen this time around? No. Also, it could be that both pairs have Nike Air branding and just one comes with special packaging, the other one doesn't. It's just not 100% locked in at this moment. Again, I don't like talking about this type of stuff unless it's 100% confirmed. But what I can say is that there will probably be another update on this in the next several weeks. So hopefully I won't be talking about this shoe again until that time. Also, on a side note, what I didn't cover in my previous video and I'm going to cover here is that releasing alongside the shoes is the Air Jordan Renegade jacket, which is inspired by the MA-1 flight jacket. Now, the retail price for this jacket is more than the shoes. So we got the shoes priced at $225. The jacket is going to retail at $325. I'm sure the jacket's going to be dope, especially if it looks like the mock-up that I'm going to use in this video. But for me, I just want the shoes. They're also expected to have an updated shape. So if they do have Nike Air branding and they'll come with the updated shape, in my opinion, the 2025 release will be better than the original release. That's just my opinion, but dropping June 28th, the retail price will be $225. The Air Jordan 4 Rare Air now has a release date, but before I get to that, shown is a mock-up. However, it's an accurate mock-up of what's releasing. You guys might remember in several videos ago, Z and I, we put out this mock-up. We stated that it's an accurate mock-up of what's dropping. I was able to see the shoes. And what's interesting about the pair, aside from the color blocking, is that it'll feature Nike Air branding, and it'll also come with a removable tongue patch. On top of that, it'll be like a mystery box. You don't know actually what you're going to get underneath that tongue patch. Meaning 25% of the stock will have gold lettering under the tongue patch, and the rest is expected to have white. Also, this pair will come with a Jordan face box. The same box that we saw in the late 90s and early 2000s, but instead of being silver and black, it'll come blacked out. So I'm guessing that the lines that form MJ's face will kind of have like a glossy finish to it. Now, as for the release date, this pair is scheduled to debut on February 15th, which will be for All-Star Weekend. And if that date sounds familiar, that's because the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined was supposed to debut on that date. But those have been moved, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. And the retail price will be $215. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down in the comment section below. The Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined now has a new release date. Initially scheduled to debut on February 15th, the pair will now drop on February 8th, so they've been moved forward, which I'm a little bit surprised about because I thought they were going to drop these for All-Star Weekend. This shoe is definitely a perfect All-Star Weekend release, in my opinion, but I guess the sooner the better. But just as a heads up, the reimagined portion about this shoe, it'll feature 3M reflective on the overlays where the edges are, as well as the Nike Air branding on the heels. They also come with white laces instead of black. I'm unsure if they'll come with a second set of laces, but that's pretty dope in my opinion because it's like MJ's PE, he had white laces, but I kind of wonder what the 3M reflective actually ties to. Yes, I know the tongue features 3M and it's still supposed to, but I wonder why 3M is going to be the reimagined part. I'm sure there's a story and eventually we'll find out. But yeah, February 8th is the new release date and the retail price is $220. Also, these are expected to debut in full family sizing. Unfortunately, at the time of recording, I don't have the retail price breakdown for all those sizes just yet. So this part might be a little long, but we're going to talk about this information about the Off-White Air Jordan 1 High OG Canary Yellow. So I probably should have talked about this in Friday's video. Now, the issue I had was that video was supposed to go live on Thursday, but an emergency came up and I wasn't able to upload it in time. So I did upload it on Thursday, but it was at like 10 at night and I was going to drop it at 10. I wanted to wait until the next day. And my video was 100% ready to go, everything, and this information came out. Now, in one of my 2 previous videos, I did hint about an off-white shoe. I hinted about 2. I said one is a popular model, sometimes is popular, and the other one eventually will be celebrating its 35th anniversary, but I'm not going to say the year. So some of you guys did guess about the Air Jordan 1. You guys tied in to some of my previous videos of what I've said, and you guys got it right. And I did promise people shoutouts, but here's the thing. This information is not confirmed, not in the slightest. And for those who leaked this information are saying expected, and they're kind of hiding behind the wording they're using. Now, what I was told, it could be one of 2 Air Jordan 1s. The Canary Yellow was one of them, but there's another pair that they were debating with. It wasn't 100% sure which shoe they were going to drop, and it still isn't 100% sure. Now, the other shoe, unfortunately, I can't say which colorway it is. I was told not to, but I will say it is a colorway we all know of. Now, because of this information getting out, there is a big possibility that the Canary Yellow is now scrapped. Before it even got started, it could be scrapped. Now, here's the thing with this. They're saying holiday 2025. That's a year and a half from now. About a year and a half. How are we talking about a shoe that is supposed to be released a year and a half from now? Do you know how many things could happen now until then to make it not release? Granted, we don't even have a style code for the shoe, a colorway, anything like that. Now, there are times that I leak something that I don't have a style code for. And I only do that when I don't have a style code maybe a week before the style code is issued. And it's from somebody straight from Jordan Brand. It's somebody who works with the brand, someone who sees the stuff, knows about the stuff, and is a good friend of mine. Where this information is coming from, I can't verify it. But what I can say is that you can file this under rumor, and there is a high possibility they won't happen at all because of this leak. And Jordan Brand typically is okay with leaks. I've been doing it for quite a few years, but I also don't step out of line with my leaks. I know when I should leak something and when I shouldn't. In this case, this is something that should have not came out. You should have waited until the 100% confirmation. People should have waited until it was 100% confirmed. And like I mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised if these aren't going to release at all now. Now, once we have the confirmation and once I receive the confirmation, I promised everybody who guessed it a shout out in that video. So I'm still going to do that now that you know a little bit more information. And when I said that in my last video, you know, you guys can guess and when I confirm it. And this is one of the reasons why is because it was one of two pairs and I was waiting for that 100% confirmation. But now it's kind of in the air. I'm more leaning towards these not releasing, to be honest. And honestly, it's just way too early to be leaking holiday 2025 stuff. Do I know some holiday 2025 stuff that's going to drop? I do. And I don't want to talk about it or leak it. And that's just because there's a strong possibility it could not happen because me talking about it. Like I mentioned, Jordan Brand is okay with leaks for the most part, but when it's this far in advance, a year and a half, it's just getting a little bit out of hands. Nothing is finalized for holiday. Nothing is finalized for fall. I also know some pairs for fall as well, but I don't want to say anything until it's all finalized so things don't get scrapped or, you know, they change it up and now it looks like I'm just giving misinformation. I really think this is a case where somebody heard something and it just snowballed into, oh, they're going to release holiday 2025. There's no denying that there's been some talk, but again, nothing is finalized. I know you guys have been waiting for me to speak about this. I know I got a lot of DMs and questions, and I really appreciate you guys. As soon as I find out a real update and a confirmation, I'll be letting you guys know for sure. And all I'm going to say for now, do not get your hopes up for this pair. Do not get your hopes up. Please don't. Yeah, it would be dope if they do release, and part of me hopes they do. But in my opinion, I would rather have the other pair. And that's just my opinion. Maybe some of you would agree, some of you will disagree. And who knows, this other pair could get scrapped as well. The whole project could get scrapped. It's just really early. And that's why I like to hold off on talking about things like this. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Also, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Like always, expect a couple shorts this week and another video on Thursday. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed until Friday. Soon I'm going to be doing a very big video of all the 2025 Air Jordan releases. There's a lot of them. It's probably going to be an hour-long video. I'm either going to do it this week or next week. So potentially 3 videos this week, if I do it this week. So, like always, be on the lookout for that. Now, for this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to sneakerfiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.